This is the story and vision of Liberty. It's the story of someone who really didn't know what he was doing. He stumbled onto something that was really worthwhile, and now he's just trying to make the best difference he can in the community.
Well, I thought I would show you this beauty shop, my very first customer. It's I was working at a hardware store over on White Bluff Road, Gardner's Ace Hardware, and the owner of the beauty shop next door was looking for somebody to clean his beauty shop. And I had 3 kids, was expecting a 4th child, and needed extra money, so my boss at the hardware store knew my situation, so he suggested that I talk to the owner. I went and looked at it. I figured it would take me about 4 hours to clean it. So I was making $5 an hour at the time, and
I told him I would do it for $20. I spent $12 on supplies, so I made over $12 on supplies, so I made less than 80 cents an hour on that first contract, on that first work day. But now that was not enough to feed my family, but I also did the labor, part of this labor, you know, so I got paid for the hourly wage and I was making some profit, okay? And so I just repeated that. I got more customers, and then I started getting more than I could personally handle, so I looked for people who kind of had the cleaner's eye like I had, and showing them, you know, what clean was, and I just would take them to a new customer, and we would invest the time and energy to get the place clean and looking like we wanted, and then we could do it in a more profitable way. And
of course the next thing is you got to come up with a name. I wanted to make
the following week I was able to do it a lot faster, so I learned that was the reward of my investment.
Really think all that long on it, just all of a sudden I thought of the word liberty, because I felt like God was going to use it to put me at liberty to do some things that were a whole lot more important than making money.
But after being in business for 23 years, I had gotten to the place where it was a good business. It was taking care of my family. I have a large family, so I needed to, you know, always make a good income to take care of them. But it got to the place where it was doing fine, and I was comfortable at that level. But I realized that my employees had nowhere to go. If the company is not growing, then the employees cannot grow. And what really made the difference, and what made me buy ServiceMaster, was I knew that the business could not be dependent upon me. It needed to be dependent upon a system. Because if something were to happen to me, that would not be good for all the people depending on me. So I bought the ServiceMaster system for a lot of reasons. I like their core values, to honor God in all we do, to help people develop, to pursue excellence with the customer, and to grow profitably. I mean, those are in the right order.
When we bought ServiceMaster, we didn't want to lose what we had, all that we learned and earned with the name Liberty. So that's why when I bought ServiceMaster, it became ServiceMaster by Liberty.
That's why I want to give 90% of the profits from the company back to the employees. I mean, I have this whole formula worked out where I can take care of me on the first chunk of business, and everything after that, the profits go to the employees. And that's what Liberty is about. That's giving me liberty, that's giving the employees liberty. And that's why if the employees will do the same thing that I did when I first started out in business, they can reap the profits as well. And that's where we have our quarterly bonus system. It was for 23 years, it was Liberty Incorporated, and through all of that time, it was all about putting me at liberty to do what I thought was more. But I want my employees who grasp what I'm trying to do here, I want them to have that same kind of liberty, to make more than just an hourly wage, to reap the profit from their investment. And their investment is, my investment was not just time, it was also money. But for my employees, their investment is going to be their time and their energy and their devotion to the task. The proverb that I always hang on to is, do not withhold good from those who deserve it. And if they'll come on and do what I did, they'll deserve it just like I deserve it. The nonprofit. I mean, I have my core salary. My salary is capped based on the original amount that I was making before I bought ServiceMaster. 90% of the profits is going back to the employees. I first heard that statement probably 20 years ago about putting a cap on your income and doing good with the overflow. And what I did not realize when that concept finally did stick with me, I didn't realize how much fun that would be. It has totally changed the way I look at work and what I get up for in the morning. It's not just out there to make a dollar. I take a lot of joy and gain a lot of energy from the idea of, instead of just making a dollar, making a difference. This whole concept of giving back to the community is what generated our cleanreward.com website. Because we were the poor family on welfare, you know, and one of the local churches adopted us as a family. And this is where we live, 612 Orange Drive. We got up for Christmas that morning, and the entire floor was covered with presents. You couldn't see the floor. So that's part of where I get my desire to give back to the community, because the community gave to me, you know, my family when we were small. So I imagine the seeds for that was planted pretty good. It becomes much more community focused. I mean, we have our Clean Reward program where we give 10% of all the profits from our website that's generated by our website. We give that back to the community, and we let the community tell us where to give. You can go to our cleanreward.com website and just click on whatever charity is important to you, or if you don't see yours, you can actually add your charity to our list of organizations that we give to. What the future holds is far greater than what I can perceive. I know we can't lose sight of what we do as a company. We clean. That's what we offer. That's always will be job one. But what we do with the privilege of being paid to serve can lead us to not only work with greater purpose, but to care for ourselves, care for our customers, and care for the community that we live in.